You're supposed to tell Nigeria the cause as to why you have frozen the state account. If it is not politically motivated, then what is the cost of you to freeze a state account that you don't find that state wanting on any issue, as in terms of financially or poor whatever poor performance in the state in terms of governance? So why would you want to freeze a state account? Or is it because Akpabio, they come from APC, from PDP to APC, and his cousin, who is a commissioner under Udom, is being fired? Is that why? It is uncalled for. It is uncalled for. Freezing the state accounts like crippling the state economy, crippling the governance of the state not to run. Now you come back to Benue State. Why would you freeze Benue State account? What is the cost as to why you have to freeze Benue State account? Is it politically motivated? Then if it is politically motivated, let us know. Is it as a result of poor performance or misappropriation of fund? Then you let Nigerians know.
The government cannot do that to suffer the government, because I heard that there are the government funds, what are they calling it, government have been given to them, and they fail to use it. So it is the masses that have been cheating. And my problem is federal government, once you seize it, the federal government should find another alternative of settling the masses, because you don't seize the state fund and allow the masses to suffer.
It's happening in the north. For people to say Akpabio has defeated, oh no, they can go and buy people. How many people to carry people up? They can buy people for them to witness it. Yes, they can buy there is money. Even you yourself, if I collected the money, I will go and stand like this. But I can vote my mind. 2019 is going to be totality.
The freezing of the account in Benue State is actually something that has been really giving us sleepless nights, because we should be able to distinguish between politics and governance. If account of Benue State is frozen, that means all the civil servants in that state will not get their salaries. Government will be shut down in that state. They will not be able to perform some statutory functions they are supposed to perform as a government.
Some respondents are convinced that the action is connected to the ongoing defection trend.
The governor has been in APC. Nothing like that. All right? He has not been accused of anything, corruption or any. There was no case. Nobody said anything. Immediately he defected. Issue of corruption and all manner of things started coming. So these are just cases of, I don't know what to describe it. It's political, of course. It's political. Everybody knows. Let the government go back to their drawing board. Let them do the right thing. Let them follow the rule of law. Let them follow. We are in a democracy, for God's sake. Let them do the right thing. That is better. You understand? It's better. We should be transparent. You understand? We should be transparent. It's not only, or not when the person they come. When you declare the person is not like your come, you begin to go after the person.
You know, they have not conducted election. ADB, they have conducted election like Ekiti, and it's outgoing. We will know that. But this is not outgoing. It's his active governor. What do you want him to use to run the governor? And that place is a place where we have security issues. So, to me, Benue freezing account and Akwa Ibom is unacceptable. They should froze it with immediate effect. And I know Buhari will not accept that too, because he believes in justice.
No fewer than 3 bank accounts operated by the Benue State government are under investigation by the Anti-Graft Agency based on allegations of abuse of the state security votes. Emmanuel Bagudu, PTV News, Abuja.
And that's much we can take on PTV today. Many thanks for watching. I am Daniel Mwaboso.
PTV remains the best place to showcase those lovely goods and services of yours. Yes, with our visibility in 36 states of Nigeria and over 50 countries of the world, we definitely have the tallest reach. What are you waiting for? Book your adverts now. Call us with the number displayed on your screen.
soldiers helping Nigerian soldiers fight Boko Haram.
We will have to persuade Nigerian legislatures.
This is coming together of people who are confused.
Executive order should comply with the law.
I personally dissociate myself completely. Personally.
From this interview, because you have said
there had hardly been any administration.
No religious body in Nigeria validate the claims by the INEC chairman. It is.
Corruption is a form of dishonesty by a person in a position of authority for personal benefit. It includes activities such as bribery and embezzlement, among others. Let's join hands with the EFCC to bring corruption to the barest minimum for a better Nigeria. Hello and thanks for joining us on another episode of The Eagle. My name is Aisha Muhammad.
Imagine a society where everything works. Durable road networks, stable electricity supply, portable water, well-equipped and functional healthcare facilities, quality education for all, affordable housing schemes, social security benefits, job creation and a lot more that makes life comfortable to live. That is an ideal society. We can only achieve these if we all play our part. Say no to corruption to enjoy these benefits. Kill corruption to save Nigeria. This message is from the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC.
On the program today, we have reports of happening in and around the EFCC, including updates on ongoing cases in courts and a conviction report from a special offences court in Lagos. Sit back, relax as the program continues right after this timeout.
Corruption is a cankerworm, na cankerworm. I say na cankerworm, na cankerworm. Corruption don't finish our country. Nigeria women rise up and come together, oh yeah.
Every woman come out, but we fight corruption together, oh. Every woman fall out, but we kill corruption together, oh.
Them they thief our money, send them obodo yibo. Children they suffer every day, better school in no day. Nigeria women come, oh. Women from every sector, make we fight corruption, we won't kill our country. Them go collect money for light, chop the money, light we no see. Good road and good health and call, we no see. I said na cankerworm, oh, na cankerworm, oh.
Join the EFCC in its crusade to rid Nigeria of corruption. Naija, now we all know.
The United Arab Emirates is fully committed to supporting the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) in the discharge of its mandate of fighting corruption in Nigeria. The Emirates' new envoy in Nigeria, Fahad Al-Tafat, made the pledge during a familiarization visit to the headquarters of the EFCC in Abuja. Amina Kawa has more.
The envoy, who was received by EFCC Acting Chairman Ibrahim Magu, said he was at the EFCC to acquaint himself with the work of the agency. Fahad Al-Tafat noted that he had been fully appraised of the tremendous work of the Muhammadu Buhari administration in fighting corruption and violent extremism before he arrived the country. The ambassador promised to do everything possible to assist the EFCC in the areas of capacity building, technical support and intelligence sharing. Al-Tafad assured that his country already has a robust anti-money laundering framework with an anti-money laundering unit domiciled at the country's central bank. In his response, Magu thanked the envoy for the visit and assured him that he would return the gesture. He also briefed the envoy of recent engagements between the EFCC and the UAE that culminated in the signing of a number of bilateral agreements that have increased the tempo of cooperation between Nigeria and the UAE in matters of corruption, money laundering, and organized crimes. Amina Kawa, reporting for The Eagle.
Corruption is dishonesty and illegal behavior by people in positions of trust. A public office is a public trust. Do not abuse positions of trust for private gains. Stay away from corruption. Nigeria is a great nation, and it is our responsibility to make the country greater. If you notice any act of corruption, please report to the EFCC via info@efccnigeria.org or call 09 904 4751 or 09 904 4752. You can also call 09 904 4753. This message is from the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC.
Thank you, Amina, for that report. Acting Chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Ibrahim Mustafa Magu, has identified transparency and accountability as essential ingredients in the fight against corruption. Magu made this disclosure while delivering a speech entitled Transparency and Accountability, Role in Nation Building. Rolakia Odofinjolaemi has more on this.
The acting chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Ibrahim Magu, has identified betrayal of public trust as the worst crime any public officer can commit against humanity and called for all hands to be on deck to fight corruption for a better Nigeria. The anti-graft czar made this remark while delivering a speech entitled Transparency and Accountability, Role in Nation Building at the inauguration of Public Transparency and Accountability Project, PTAP, organized by Grassroots Accountability Advocacy Foundation, GAAF, which held in Abuja. According to Magu, sustainable anti-corruption procedures like transparency and accountability are vital tools to achieving good governance at all levels of government, adding that transparency and accountability in government business are mutually inclusive and not exclusive mandates. Magu, who was represented by Head Enlightenment and Reorientation Unit of the EFCC, Samin Ahmadin, further stated that the successes recorded so far by the Commission would not have been possible without the embedded core values of the EFCC, such as integrity, transparency, courage, professionalism, and leadership. He described accountability and transparency as oxygen to the EFCC in carrying out its mandates.
The mandate of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, by the Act setting it up, is to fight corruption by enforcing all economic and financial crimes laws, as well as preventing the commission of such crimes through education, sensitization, and enlightenment of the public. We cannot forget too quickly that before the establishment of the EFCC, the country's image was at a very low ebb in the Committee of Nations, with the country being regarded as a community of fraudsters, money launderers, corrupt public officials, etc. It was as a result of this negative image that the government of the day, determined to change the narrative, the negative narrative, created the EFCC in 2003. Since inception, the Commission has set out to drive ambitious and focused operational programs targeted at curbing these crimes and bringing to book those who brought notoriety to our image and those who plundered our commonwealth. Some of these unscrupulous individuals have been brought to justice and their ill-gotten wealth seized from them and returned to their victims, be they individuals, corporate bodies, agencies or tiers of government, or even foreign nationals. At the moment, several cases of corruption are being prosecuted in courts all over the country. The Commission determined not to relent in its efforts at ridding the country of economic and financial crimes, and effectively coordinating the domestic efforts of the global fight against money laundering, terrorist financing and corruption in all its ramifications, has between January and June this year recorded over 140 convictions, even as it recorded 187 convictions in 2017. These convictions include that of a former senior advocate of Nigeria and 2 ex-governors who are currently serving their jail terms. The Commission goes about its assignment determined to alter the general perception that some persons are above the law.
While calling on the public to ask unsettling questions and demand answers from those entrusted with public funds, Magu said the Commission adheres to all applicable laws and ethical standards, abhors conflict of interest, protects the rights of victims of economic and financial crimes, and respects the rights of those under investigation and prosecution. In her opening speech, founder Grassroots Accountability Advocacy Foundation, GAAF, Genevieve Ifoma Anthony, said the only weapon that could be used in fighting corruption was to hold the office holders accountable for their actions. According to her, corruption, hard as it may seem to dislodge from our culture, is a scourge we must fight with all our might and strength to eliminate, because it is the greatest threat to the success of public policy, the achievement of sustainable human development, and the successful management of economic and social resources.
Ultimate goal is to strengthen democratic processes in Nigeria by promoting the effectiveness of institutions that support democracy and restoration of citizens' confidence in their governments through thorough stakeholders' engagement, advocacy, and anti-corruption campaigns.
Rolla Keldorf in Jolaimi, reporting for the Eagle.
Corruption is a canker worm, na canker worm. I said na canker worm, na canker worm. Corruption don't finish our country. Nigeria women rise up and come together, oh yeah.
Every woman come out, we could fight corruption together, oh. Every woman fall out, we could kill corruption together, oh.
Them they thief our money, send them obodo yibo. Children they suffer every day, better school in no day. Nigeria women come, oh, women from every sector, make we fight corruption, we won't kill our country. Them go collect money for light, chop the money, light we no see. Good road and good health and call, we no see. I said na canker worm, oh, na canker worm, oh.
Join the EFCC in its crusade to rid Nigeria of corruption. Naija, now we all know.
Justice Muhammad Idris of the Federal High Court sitting in Ikoyi, Lagos, has dismissed a no-case submission filed by a former governor of Abia State, Orji Uzor Kalu, in his bid to stop his trial over an alleged 7.1 billion naira fraud. Amina Kawawa again has the details.
The former governor of Abia State, Orji Uzor Kalu, alongside his former commissioner for finance and accounts, Jones Odeogu, and the company, Slok Nigeria Limited, are being prosecuted by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, on second for the amended 39-count charge bordering on money laundering to the tune of 7.1 billion naira. The EFCC, through its counsel, Rotimi Jacobs, SAN, had on Friday, May 11, 2018, closed its case against the defendants after the conclusion of evidence given by a prosecution witness, Chidi Chukwuwaka. During the May 11, 2018 proceedings, the prosecution counsel had also moved an oral application to amend the charge against the defendants. However, the defense led by Awakalu, SCN, had on May 28, 2018 filed a no-case submission on behalf of their clients, which is subsequently adopted as their written address. In his short ruling on the no-case submission, Justice Idris held that the prosecution had established a prima facie case against the defendants to warrant them opening their defense. The judge said, and I quote, "You have explanations to make." Following the ruling, one of the defense counsel, Godi Uchi SCN, informed the court that the lead counsel to the defendants, Awa Kalu SCN, had written to notify the court that Kalu had an appointment to undergo surgery abroad. He therefore prayed the court to adjourn the matter to September 10, 2018 to enable the first defendant, Kalu, to open his defense. In his response, Jacobs urged the court to adjourn further proceedings to the first week of September, saying that the President of the Court of Appeal has directed that the matter must be concluded before the end of September 2018. Consequently, Justice Idris adjourned the case to September 10, 2018 for the defendants to open their defense. Amina Kawa reporting for The Eagle.
Imagine a society where everything works. Durable road networks, stable electricity supply, portable water, well-equipped and functional healthcare facilities, quality education for all, affordable housing schemes, social security benefits, job creation, and a lot more that makes life comfortable to live. That is an ideal society. We can only achieve these if we all play our part. Say no to corruption to enjoy these benefits. Kill corruption to save Nigeria. This message is from the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC.
The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC Legal Zonal Office has arraigned 3 officials of the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) before Justice Muslim Hassan of the Federal High Court sitting in Ikoyi, Lagos, on an 8-count charge bordering on conspiracy, diversion of public funds, and money laundering to the tune of 179,800,000 naira. Again, Rolake Odofinjolayemi tells us more.
The defendants Yemi Akinwumi, Atiba Dixon, and Ogumodede Oladayo were alleged to have collected the slush funds from a former Minister of Petroleum Resources, Diezani Alison Madueke, in the build-up to the 2015 presidential elections. Investigation revealed that the money was disbursed to some chieftains and members of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), as well as some retired staff of INEC in Ogun State, in order to compromise the 2015 general elections. The defendants pleaded not guilty to the charge preferred against them. In view of their pleas, the prosecution counsel Nnemeka Omewa asked the court for a trial date and also prayed that the defendants be remanded in prison custody. However, counsel to the defendant, Ayo Ogungbeson, moved an oral application for bail on behalf of his clients. In refusing the bail application, the judge held that the defense counsel must make a formal application for bail on behalf of his clients. Consequently, Justice Hassan adjourned the matter for hearing of the bail application and ordered the defendants to be remanded in prison custody. Rolake Odofinjolayemi, reporting for The Eagle.
Corruption is a cankerworm, na cankerworm. I said na cankerworm, na cankerworm. Corruption don't finish our country. Nigeria women rise up and come together, oh
yeah. Every woman come out, but we fight corruption together, oh. Every woman fall out, but we kill corruption together, oh.
Them they thief our money, send them obodo yibo. Children they suffer every day, better school in no day. Nigeria women come, oh, women from every sector, make we fight corruption, we won't kill our country. Them go collect money for light, chop the money, light we no see. Good road and good health we no see. I said na cankerworm, oh, na cankerworm, oh.
Join the EFCC in its crusade to rid Nigeria of corruption. Naija, now we all know.
If you're just joining us, the program is still The Eagle, coming to you from the stables of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. You too can be part of this program by sending your comments and contributions to The Eagle at efccnigeria.org. Next is a conviction report of one Okoro Samuel Uchechukwu, who bagged a 10-year jail term. Rolake Odofinjolayemi is our guide.
The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC Lagos Zonal Office, has secured the conviction and sentencing of Mr. Okoro Samuel Uchechukwu before Justice Mojisola Dada of the Special Offences Court sitting in Ikeja, Lagos. The convict had defrauded one Onoja Usman, Managing Director, Luvonus Trust and Investment Limited, by falsely claiming that he had $130,000 to sell to him. He was subsequently arraigned alongside his company, J. Jingo Nigeria Limited, on a 2-count charge bordering on stealing and obtaining money by false pretense to the tune of 41,600,000 naira sometime in January 2018. When the charges were read to him, he pleaded not guilty, thereby setting the stage for his full trial. The prosecution counsel, S.O. Daji, in the course of the trial, which commenced on February 5, 2018, tendered several documents that were admitted in evidence by the court and presented witnesses who testified against the defendant. Delivering her judgment, Justice Dada held that the defendants and their counsel admitted that the said sum was paid by the prosecution witness. She said the act of stealing has been established against the defendants in line with Section 282 of the Criminal Law of Lagos State and thereby convicted him on count 1. On count 2, Justice Dada held that the action of the defendant amounts to obtaining by false pretense since he had an intention to defraud and as such convicted him on the count. According to her, the witnesses have established the offences against the defendant as they were directly linked to the case, and this settles the argument. She further stated that the Lagos State Administration of Criminal Justice Law is clear that no sinner must go unpunished and no saint punished unjustly. Accordingly, she sentenced the convict to 10 years imprisonment. Justice Dada also ordered that all the defendant's assets, both movable and immovable, wherever they may be traced to in the country, be forfeited to the federal government of Nigeria. Rola Keldofin-Jolaimi, reporting for The Eagle.
Imagine a society where everything works. Durable road networks, stable electricity supply, portable water, well-equipped and functional healthcare facilities, quality education for all, affordable housing schemes, social security benefits, job creation and a lot more that makes life comfortable to live. That is an ideal society. We can only achieve these if we all play our part. Say no to corruption to enjoy these benefits. Kill corruption to save Nigeria. This message is from the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC.
And with that, we have come to the end of today's episode of The Eagle. You too can be part of this program by sending your enquiries and suggestions to The Eagle at efccnigeria.org or search for us on Google Plus at Official EFCC or Official EFCCNG at gmail.com. You can like our page on facebook.com/Official EFCC or follow us on Twitter at Official EFCC. And of course, you can visit our Instagram page at Official EFCC. To watch our programs and other activities, please log on to youtube.com/Official EFCC. My name is Aisha Muhammad. Always remember that a public office is a public trust, and do not abuse positions of trust for private gains. Goodbye, and God bless Nigeria.
A classico, they say you like 3 points is clear.
Yes.
Eh? They go watch match.
Okay, what do you want me to do about it? Give us light. That's the only thing you've been saying since you came into my office. Maybe your work be that. No, it's my work, but see.
Our government fit do their work if we sef do our own work. No just sit down. Carry wetin dey worry you go meet who suppose solve am.
disco music is so... What's that word, Seth?
Raz?
Raz!
Hang on, let me check for something.
Oh.
I've got some classics.
Tupac.
Mozart.
Very Raz.
What about Vanilla Ice?
Also Raz. Look, guy, I need something fresh for this journey. Something to keep me alert and focused. Or else this is a solo assignment.
Cool down, let me... What's this? PVC?
Wait, give me that. Come. How on earth did it get there?
Guy, relax now. It's not like it's of any use.
Look, yes, the elections are over. But we need to keep the flames alive by playing an active part in making our voices heard.
Elections don't finish, but the time to close mouth never reach. Make we get involved, because now when we participate, Naija go better.
What about the original soundtrack for the movie Pretty Woman?
Plastic bags. I'll say every day.
Plastic bag. Wow. I might say every day.
There is nothing I make use of in my shop as leather. I use about 2 packages of leather every day.
Packing several things, clothes. It could be clothes at times. It could just be maybe items from the market. As in when you buy foodstuffs, even packing other plastic bottles too. And virtually anything that needs to be packed, most of the times we use plastic bags for them.
Or if I'm going to somewhere like the market or a shop or something, I will definitely have to use a plastic bag.
For me, my business revolves around that. You can imagine coming to buy a pair of shoes and I'll just give you in your hands. What will happen? Will I ask you to put it in your handbag? No, I can't do without it. And then what if I come to the market and I want to buy tomato or whatever? What happens? Where will I put my stuff?
Leather, they help my business in many ways because of many customers, they cannot buy your market without leather now. They may not be, it will not be portable for them to carry it to their home. So there is portability being using leather in terms of putting the materials, that putting the goods that you have sold to the customers so that it will...
Veteran actor RMD goes all inspirational as he shares his throwback wedding photo. Pop star Davido newly acquired a private jet. NBC fines Just Radio station for airing false "This is Nigeria" and when they calls Iskaba.